Hey everyone, I'm Sumik Agarkar and welcome to Agarkar Media Academy. In this video, I'm going to review a graphics tablet XP Pen Deco 1 V2. So let's get started. Well, for a start, the word review in itself is somewhat misleading because basically review means, I have a very deep knowledge about something and I'm just, comparing the models, comparing the existing model with the other models and stuff like that. I've not used graphics tablet till now. I hadn't used any graphics tablet till now. This is my first graphics tablet, so maybe the word review in itself is a little bit misleading, but let's just say it's a review and just get away with it. I'm not going to do any unboxing kind of stuff on this channel because I've already opened it, I've already used it for a week or so, and there is no point in unboxing. No one to see what's inside. I'll be showing you anyways what is there inside, right? So first of all, this is the box. The box is great. That's why I'm showing you this. The box is really great. The colors and the uh, the overall look of the box is really top notch. It really stands out and it really gives the feeling that the quality of the product is really great. So you can see the X here, this X, right? So very smart design, X for XP pen hopefully, and this one is XP Deco 1 V2, right? So of course there are many specifications given and stuff like that. I'll just read out the specifications for you, or I'll just zoom in the specifications. So first of all, the active area is 10 by 6.25 inch. So the active area where you can actually draw on the graphics tablet is 10 inch wide and 6.25 inch of height. Right, the pressure sensitivity is 8K, 8000, basically 8192 to be exact, but 8000. I'll be very honest, I don't use all of them because you really need to press very hard on the graphics tablet to get all those pressure sensitivities. I'll show you my settings so that you can see how many pressure settings, sensitivity settings I'm using. Tilt, the pen tilt can be registered at maximum of 60 degree. So this one is 90 basically. So till 60 degree, left, right, all around. But till 60 degree, the rotation, the tilt can be measured here on the graphics tablet. So it's great. The pen is battery free stylus. It has no battery, so it's very great. I think they use EMR, not EMR of course. That's electromagnetic resonance. Yes, I think EMR or something. I'm not really sure what they use, but I think it's EMR. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not really very sure. But the main point is it does not have any battery, so you don't need to charge it. I think the graphic tablets from Huion or whatever the name is, Huion, they have batteries in them, so you need to charge the batteries. And because of the battery, the weight of the pen is very high, so the pen becomes very heavy to handle. So because of no batteries here, the pen is very light, and the shape of the pen is also. I'll will go to that soon. There are 8 express keys or 8 shortcut keys on the tablet itself, so you can customize some functionalities on the graphic tablets itself. To be very honest, I don't use them at all. I have a keyboard always around, so I always use the shortcuts from the keyboard. I have set up uh, the express keys, but I don't use them at all. I first thought that I would use them, but I don't. Interface support. The very good thing about this tablet is it uses Type C, USB Type C, so you can plug the cable from anywhere around, right? You can plug it this way, or you can flip it and put it that way. So handling it becomes really very easy. The resolution is 5080 LPI. Again, something of good but of no use for us to understand. It works, that's more important. And applicable OS, Mac, Windows, Android. You can see if it gets to point where it can focus, hopefully, which it may not. But yeah, it's not focusing. But anyways, right? So this is the pen, the dabba, the box, and you can open it right here, and it would be a completely blue box. I'm not opening it, there is nothing inside, so of course there are some documentations and warranty cards and stuff like that, but it's of no use. All the products are outside. I'll just keep it away. Now let's get to the tablet itself. So this one is the tablet. It is already connected to my laptop, that which on which I'm already recording. So you can see the size. The size is really big, and that is why I bought this tablet. The other tablet of the around the same price was of Wacom, one by Wacom. The small one is of around 6,000 or 7, something. The medium size one for the Wacom one is around 8,000 or something. This one I got for 7,500, 7,499. But yeah, that's 7,500, right? You can see the cable is USB Type C. I'll just open it up. The cable is USB Type C, so either you can put it this way, that way. So the if you're putting it this way on the table, then you can put it this way. If you are a left-handed person, you can keep it that way, and it will go like this. So that's really helpful, because putting the tablet on the table becomes easy by whatever orientation you want to use. Also with the tablet itself, which is this one is really great. With this is one something I really liked a lot about XP Pen, or at least for this model. I'm not sure if they give it on the other models as well. Let's just get this out. So basically, I have this. I got the cover free, right? So actual tablet is this one, but I got the cover free with it. So that not I, it's in the box. There's no point of saying I, but yeah, the cover, the screen guard is free. So what actually happens is, by using the pen on the actual surface, this surface can get scratched, and it will still hopefully work, but I don't like to get it scratched. And just if they are giving the screen guard by themselves, it's really great. Using this screen guard is very nice. uh, I don't know if you can see or not, but I already have scratched this screen guard a lot. So there are so many scratches on the screen guard which are visible on the shine of the screen, but maybe not captured by this camera. The camera is not that great, which that will capture everything. Let's get to the pen. This one is the pen. The shape of the pen is really nice, and it has some rubber gripping around also, so that's really nice. We get this nib. There are, I think, 8 extra nibs that we get with the tablet itself, so that's really great. I don't know if they wear out with use. I've used it for a week or so, but I don't see any wearing out. Maybe if I overuse it, or if I press it really hard on the surface, it may get worn out, and they'll have to replace the um, nibs. But right now doesn't seem like that. The shape is really nice. The shape of the pen by for the Wacom one by Wacom is not that great. It's really cheap looking pen. Maybe I've read that the quality is good for the pen, the plastic is good. I have no idea at all. I'm saying this is not a review as such. I have no idea of how other graphic tablets work. I'm just aware of that this tablet is good. I got a bigger size on some very low cost. That's what I'm happy with. I got this pen. We have this two buttons here. So one button I have configured for the right click, and the other button I have configured for the middle mouse button click, right? So these are the two which I mostly use on Blender also. The middle mouse button to panning and shifting around. If you are following this YouTube channel, and if you have seen the YouTube series for the Blender tutorial series on this YouTube channel, then you would be knowing that middle mouse button and right click and the click itself are very important. Now let's go to the uh, next part, which one is this. So this is basically a stand, very basic stand for the pen. So you can put the pen right here. It wobbles a lot. I'm not really happy with what the depth of this. I think if the stand was very deep, then it would stay stable, but it does not stay stable. So what happens, I have some curtains here on the wall in front of me. I put the pen there, and when I pulled, just move the curtains, the pen gets lodged down, which I don't like at all. But okay, they have given the stand also. Wacom one by Wacom does not give a stand also, so this is good. You at least have a stand here, right? Then this one is really heavy. The bottom part is actually made out of metal, so I hope that it's heavy because it needs to rest on the table itself, right? Now this part, as you can see here, there are some markings for opening it, so we can open it also. And there are some nibs that we get, which we by ourselves have to put it here, you can see these nibs. So the nibs for the pen, this one nib for the pen, it can be replaced by all of these nibs. So this part, no, not that part. Uh, let's just wait. Yeah, this part also works as the nib removal part, right? Nib removal tool. So you can, I think, put the nib inside and just pull it out, and the nib will be removed from the pen. But I don't think it would be used. I just wish that by default the nibs were here. It was really very difficult for me to put all these nibs around here. So maybe, yeah, they'll hear my read this or see this video and get the idea of putting the nib there by default. I don't know, if they have given this option, they should be putting it down there, right? They gave it in a one sachet, and I had to no open the sachet and put every nib each and place it on the stand, which I'm not really fond of. I don't know, but yeah, okay, at least they've given it. Then also you can see that there is some one-sided hatch also there. So basically you can put the pen right here like this also, but again the depth of the latch is not that great, and it wobbles a lot, and with some little push also the pen falls down. So almost useless, but sometimes, yeah, it looks good on the table if it is upright right here. It looks good, but not that great. It just falls down. Every time I use it, it falls down. Now, what we're going to do is we are just going to open some software and just test it out. Of course, I've tested it out already. This is just for showing you how it works. So let's get to the uh, laptop screen. Laptop screen. Come on, laptop screen. Yeah. So here we are in Photoshop. I have not posted any Photoshop tutorial as of now. I have some plans to post some Photoshop tutorials as well, but right now we are just going to use to see how this pen works. So let's start with the brush, and I'm just going to go for a hard round pressure size brush. Just going to decrease. Again, I'm using the keyboard shortcuts and not the express shortcuts from the tablet itself. So the point here is, I hope you can see it here. Even if I don't touch the pen on the tablet, yeah, I hope you can see right now. Even if I don't touch the pen on the tablet itself, it registers the movement from some centimeters above. So that's really great. So once you touch it, the touching of the pen nib to the tablet registers as a left click, right? The index on click, left click. So if I just touch it right here, it registers as a click, is as a left click. Or if I just hover it over the surface, it just moves the mouse. So there are a few different ways, two different ways to move the cursor around on the screen. So this on this tablet itself, this white markings, as you can see, this one, this one, this one, and this one, they are the bounding boxes, the bounding borders of the active area. So everything except the white box, that's useless. You cannot draw there. You can only draw in the white marked section only. So just you can hover it around. So I hope it works. I'm not very sure how it's going to work right here, but yeah. So basically you can see the drawing is really um, easy. There is very less lag, and that's really great. So sometimes I used to wonder how these tutorial guys write this kind of stuff on their screens with a mouse, because I tried writing with a mouse, and that's really very difficult. You cannot write with this accuracy with a mouse. Maybe there are a few people around who can maybe write with such accuracy with a mouse, but I cannot. I have tried, I cannot. So now I know that it is because of the graphic tablets that you can write. Maybe I can give you some tutorials about, hey, tutorial, maybe we can have some tests and stuff like that. But yeah, this is what this is all about. I don't know how this other things work. I'm just trying to get the things done. They're not working the way I want to. Maybe there are some settings. I've not used it on this software because I don't use that much on Photoshop. I mostly use it on other what do you call this, that other software. Mostly I use it for the Blender, right? So let's just open Blender and show you, and I'll show you why this pen really helped me create the model that I created in the last tutorial, last video that I show you, the human character for my game, right? So we're just going to open up Blender, and as I've already told you, the bottom button is a right click and the upper button is a middle mouse button. So if I just have this here, if I just press down the upper button and just move the cursor, move the pen around over, not touching the pen on the graphics tablet, just over the mouse, over the uh, tablet, then it registers as a turn turning, right? Whatever we have seen that in the Blender tutorials as well, that if we press the middle mouse button and just move the mouse, then it just turns the entire scene, right? Turntable rotations. If I then again go for alt control and middle mouse button and just moving the mouse here and there, then it works as zoom. For panning, it's shift, and with alt we can just select the top face, bottom face very quickly. So control is for zooming in and zooming out, shift is for panning, and the basic middle mouse button is for turntable, right? So this is what it is. I'll just show you why this is really a great thing for sculpting. So I've just given it a subdivision surface modifier for 4. Just apply it. Let's go to the sculpting mode. Let's start the Dynotop. We have already covered this section, how to do this. Now the greatest part right here is you can sculpt very easily with a lot of control. If I just I'll just show you some other tools. Let's just remesh it by 0.01 so that we have some details to work with. Yeah, now this is a very detailed model right now. So if I have right now used the draw brush, right? Now if I just slightly move the mouse right here, I mean slightly drawing it, the lines are very light. If I press hard, then the lines are really very deep, or in this case the pressure sensitivity controls the hardness of the brush, the strength of the brush. So that's really very helpful in sculpting, because let's say you just want to get really deep, then you can just press hard. If you just want some slight light sculpting, then you can just slightly just make this, slightly use this. We can maybe move to this crease draw brush. We can get the mouth right here. No, this is of course not a tutorial where I'll be showing how to draw a head, but you get the point. So this things makes it really easy to sculpt models inside of Blender. Also this helps in doing some 2D work as well. I'll be doing some 2D work as well, which I'll be sharing with you on this and on the other channel, that's Samyak Agakar video. So let's now the last part which I want to tell you about this pen tablet is the software itself. So this is the software. This software you have to download from the XP Pen website before using this tablet on your laptop or screen or whatever that is. So by default, as soon as I connect it, it registers it as Deco 1 V2. And right now here you can see the upper is middle click, the lower is right click. You can select some other keys also, but I wanted middle click, so I use the middle click. Then working area, you can see that the working area for this screen is mapped onto this working area on the tablet. Now there are two ways I'll be telling you these two ways. Mouse mode, there are two. One is absolute mode and one is the relative mode. So the difference between the absolute mode and the relative mode is the absolute mode completely entirely maps the complete screen onto this working area. So this part, the left corner of your graphics tablet is the left corner of your screen as well, and the right corner of your graphics tablet is the right corner of the pen of the screen. So the exact absolute mapping happens when you are on the absolute mode. I personally did not like the absolute mode because it's really difficult to get to the corners where your hand goes out of the pen, and it really becomes uncomfortable to move around the hand so much, right? You know, the you have seen the tablet, it's quite big, so moving the hand too much is really difficult. So I am not using it on the absolute mode, I'm using it on the relative mode. So the relative mode is basically you need to move the mouse, come up, move the mouse again, come up, move the mouse again. So that's relative mode. So where you ended, from there itself you start again. So that's somewhat easy. Now here, the pen pressure sensitivity by default, it is this part is here, this part is here, and there is no middle part right here. But I don't like that, because then I have to press the button too hard to get the pressures right. So what I've done is I'm just using half of it. So I'm basically using 4K pressure sensitivities only, because I don't like to press it too hard. Anyways, when I also write on the paper also, I don't push very hard, I don't write very deeply. So this is what I use. Then here we have express key settings. I don't know why it is not showing up. So the express key settings here, basically we have 8 express keys, and for all the 8 express keys we can have some different functions, different keyboard shortcuts and stuff like that. But as I've already told you, I don't use at all. It's useless. The buttons are great, there's no problem with the buttons, but I already have the keyboard right around with the laptop, so I don't need the buttons to be used. So that's all. The great thing about this tablet is it can be used directly onto the Android mobiles also. The only thing is that rather than using this ways, you will have to use it this ways. But otherwise, this exact tablet can be attached to the pen to the mobile also. I'll just show you if I have these things around. So along with this tablet, we also get these two connectors. One is USB Type C connector, and one is USB Type A connector or B connector, I'm not sure. The micro USB connector, sorry. Of course, USB Type C and a micro USB connector. So you can attach this to your mobile phones as well. So that's really great. I plan to use the C connector for the laptop as well, because there are only two USB Type A ports on my Type B ports or Type A ports. I'm not really sure which part. I'm always confusing the A and B. I just know which one is the C. But yeah, the USB port, I only have two ports on the laptop, and there's one USB Type C port which I don't use at all right now, but I plan to use this connector on the laptop to use the graphics tablet. So that is that, and that is it for this video. I hope you liked the video. I hope you understood why this pen tablet is really important for graphic stuff as well as for 3D modeling. And of course, if you are a teacher or something like that, so for these days right now in the lockdown periods where everyone is working from home, so this graphics tablets becomes a great help to teach. So you can have a background screen where you can just write on the graphics tablet, and everything will show up on the background on the screen. Yeah, also I got this great designer's glove. So it really helps to move their hand around on the graphics tablet, because the bare hand would be stuck because of the sweat and stuff like that. The bare hand would stuck and the lines would not be that straight. But using this glove, the movement of your hands on the graphics tablet become really easy. So that is it. This video became very long. I did not think that this would go so long, 23-24 minutes already. But anyways, I hope you like this video. I hope you learned something good from this video, even though there was nothing to learn, but just some information that yes, you can use these graphic tablets. This is not the only one, there are many. You can have the graphics tablet with the LCD screen itself on them. You can use them to ease the drawings and ease the sculpting and ease the writing part on your laptops. So that is it for this video. Hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe to my channel for more upcoming videos on Blender and other softwares as well. I'll be helping you learn and get new skills, develop new skills, and become great at whatever that you do. So let's see you in the next video. Till then, keep smiling and keep learning.